Yo, what's going on, you guys? Welcome to another Borderlands 4 Legendary Guide. Today we are taking on the big encore boss for this week, which is Mr. Quake Thrasher, aka Voraxis. So, the three weapons that we're going to be looking at is the Darkbeast, the Screaming, well, the Potato Thrower 4, and the Buoyant or Buoy Ripper Grenade. Now the grenade is this weapon is also and so is the SMG. To be honest, the SMG is okay when we're not talking about the UVH levels. The potato thrower is more of a gimmicky weapon. It has a chance of spawning with obviously any elemental damage. This is pretty much locked in to corrosive. It's always going to be corrosive. When we look at the special effect of a weapon, it pierces enemies and has 5% chance when hitting an enemy, causes an explosion that deals 2.6k damage, which is not too bad. This one literally only says buoyant, and this is just a spot gun, like it shoots potatoes. So if I show you what this shoots, it literally shoots potatoes that deal splash damage. It's a TDR weapon, so it spawns this little guy here, and then the grenade, it literally shoots out like that, and then it just floats in the air. So they're more so gimmicky weapons than not that useful. However, the boss that we're going to be farming, let me just swap out one of my guns at least, do something a little bit more useful. If I can find a stray. There we go. Also, we're going to be farming is going to be located in this Timid Cow's Neglected opening, which is actually the very first auger mine that you can find in the game, period. Like, you'll very much be familiar with this area. This is like the first opening area of the game. Just pop in here, right through this hole. I was actually looking for ages for because there is a question mark right above. If you don't, obviously, what's the word? Discover it, and then I was like, oh, what if it's underneath? And that's how I kind of discovered this mine. So you can just pretty much run through all the enemies. They're not mandatory to kill. You can just, you know, run right on through. There's going to be a little breakable piece of wood here. Then you do have to do a bit of like a jumping puzzle. It's probably possible to skip this whole like jumping section and just jump up right there, but unfortunately I'm not quite so skilled. Now it's worth mentioning that this Darkbeast SMG is also a Deadalus SMG, so it will normally shoot as a little burst. However, I've got it with the what's it called, Ripper mag, or COV mag, well no, Ripper mag, so it will charge up before shooting, so that's kind of why it's full auto rather than you know, just burst fire, really, which I kind of prefer. I don't really like burst fire in this game. I didn't really like burst fire in Borderlands 2 or 3 for that matter. It just feels rather awkward. Okay, once you navigate all through, you've reached the vending machines, you've reached the boss, you can activate the big encore machine and drop down. Realised I've got the absolute rubbish grenade equipped. Now you can see Voraxis, he's still got like a lot of health. So deleting him isn't that easy. There we go. If you've got the stray, I also recommend you bring it, because the boss spawns like little annoying grubs. The stray is quite easy at killing them because it self-navigates. Didn't get any legendary drop this time around. It just drops an absolute pile of rubbish. But yeah, it took me probably about, I want to say, 10 15 tries to actually get all the legendaries. I went on a streak of literally only getting the Darkbeast, but the drop rate for the boss isn't actually all that high. So do prepare yourself for a bit of frustration and a little bit of extra farming if you do want to get the extra weapons there. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, leave a like, share, comment, subscribe, and check out my other legendary guys and other Borderlands 4 videos. And I hope to see you guys in the next one.